Hi, everyone. It's Monday morning, and today we're going to talk about selfishness. I'm not going to read Proverbs 11 to you, but you should read it top to bottom and think about that for a second. Really, the themes of Proverbs 11 are giving generously and refusing to talk poorly of others and all the other ancillary things that go with that. So, giving generously and loving people. Basic, right? Basic. But it's not basic. It's not because we don't live in an environment of which we surround each other with love and understanding. It's kind of the exact opposite. We live in an environment where everything's kind of a setup. It's a setup to expose flaws. And once someone's flaws are exposed, bah, we snatch them, we mark them, we talk stuff about them, and we forever brand them as flawed. Flawed. Why? Why is that our go-to? Why do we almost seek out the silent destruction of others? I don't know. I don't know, other than to say this is kind of what happens when we get so detached from God and living in partnership with God. When we live in partnership with the world, which we know God has enmity for, he hates, we do hateful things. It's logic. It's logic 101 on Monday morning. You know, I wrote about this in the devotional. I can't talk too long today because I have to go to the airport for a trip that I wasn't planning to take. I'm going to Vancouver, Canada for 3 days to settle a Canadian tax audit. I will be very wonderful with these people. I have to remember that they're people. Otherwise, I will go in there and I will do everything it is required to get a result. That was what I would do. I'm sent on a mission. I'm a mercenary. I'm a Delta Force. There's a problem. And now I've been sent, halfway across the world to take care of it. And I can't come back unless I take care of it. When you spend your whole career that way, you tend to not see people as people. That's how it happens, right? It's me, 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 and me, and me. And sorry, me, and me. The person will be talking to you, and you're not listening, right? Because I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about, wait, where in this conversation is this going to impact me? Or how can I get something better for me? Me, 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 me. I mean, I've traveled to settle bigger things. This is no small matter. And I always felt the apprehension of like, oh my gosh, what happens if I don't get this result? I always did, usually, to some form or fashion. I just can't think that way anymore. It's like the whole shopping cart mentality. I wrote about that in a devotional today. Aren't you just amazed when you go to a grocery store or Walmart or Target or some, big shopping center where there are shopping carts, and the shopping carts are just like everywhere in the parking lot, everywhere. And in most grocery stores or, big places like Target, they have plenty of, stalls for the shopping carts, right? I would say everywhere in the parking lot, the most you would have to walk to return a shopping cart would be, I don't know, 50 feet, let's say, 50 feet. But people don't do it, right? Shopping carts literally everywhere. And what's even more amazing is like if it's a windy day, I mean, you see these shopping carts just flying into other cars, just denting up doors, just menaces, right? Because people, they're not going to take 45 seconds to put the shopping cart back. I see it, and it just kills me. Again, I'm not saying this from I am so perfect and I've never made a mistake. I'm saying this that that's who we are. That's who we are at our core. It's like, I'm busy, this isn't my job. I got things to do. Who cares? Like on a scale of like caring to not caring, putting the shopping cart away, I know is very low on the not caring scale, but I'm saying it's that thing. It's that thing that really defines who we are. That's who we are. We are the person that says, this doesn't really impact me. I don't care. And really the center of all that is me. Me, 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 me. Let me go back to that again because I like it. Me, 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 me. This Proverb 11 is about understanding what kind of animal we become without God. We become a me animal that consumes everything in our path. Food, raw materials, people, ideas, sympathies. We consume it all. And then at the end of the day, we're exhausted and we go to bed and we wake up and we do it all over again. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's subtle, right? It's subtle. We don't consciously say, God, we're like the greatest awful consumers of the universe. That's not, it doesn't even make hardly an impression on us because it doesn't seem bad. The world does not find that so bad. It doesn't find that so bad. I mean, again, that's why I laugh when someone talks to me about their morals and truth and ethics. It's garbage. The people in power define those things, right? I mean, you can look back in time and see absolute atrocities that were perfectly acceptable within the context of that culture. It was fine because everybody in power, the majority, agreed. I can give you a bullet point list of things that happen in different societies with the power that would make your stomach ill. I, I just don't know. I just don't know. All I can say is we have to start looking at all these little things because it's the little things that really represent who we are, for sure. It's the words. Like Jesus said, like, what comes out of our mouth reflects what's in our heart. Right? So you can't spend a lot of your day speaking nasty to people, and even if it's done in a funny way, and say, wow, I'm really just this person, no matter how funny it's said. We don't think like that, though. We don't think like that. We just do. We just do. Too much doing and not enough reflecting and contemplating of who is on the other side of that equation. Why are they the way they are? It like breaks my heart, I mean, there's a woman who's like frantically texting my wife this weekend. And you want to know why? I might cry here because to me, it's so sad. So these kids, they do these projects and the teacher wants them to do projects, of course. And the kids kind of take it upon themselves to organize who's going to do what. So, you got a classroom of like 18 girls and I don't know, the cool girls do something this weekend. And the one girl who's always left out of everything, and I know this because I've coached her before, is not a part of it, right? And it was a project. It wasn't like some after school, special, but the girl was totally left out of it because the girls in power don't like her. They don't like her. They don't want her to do anything. And so the mom's like texting my wife and, my wife's being cool, like trying to tell her. And it just breaks your heart, man. This is a 10-year-old girl who's already been deemed too flawed, too troubled, too blah. And again, I'll hear every story in the world about why this makes sense. Well, she's this and she's that and she's this and she's that. It's like, no, it's a 10-year-old girl, man. She needs love and she can't find it. Don't you see? We treat her like a shopping cart. What does it matter to us? Sorry, it's a bug. Just wake up. wake up and realize that we live with our neighbors. They live 8 houses away. I say this because I don't ever see how any of this is ever going to happen without God, without Him filling us with so much love that we feel compelled to share. Problem is, we're all running on empty. We're all just barely getting through it. And what we have, we keep for ourselves, and whatever is left, we pass out. But there's nothing left. There's nothing left. That's the me. That's the me train. That's the me car. That's the me vehicle. It consumes it all. It's consumption. We can do better. Only with God. Only with God. The rest is a lie. The rest is intent to turn us against each other so that when it's all said and done, there's no one left. We've consumed our way all to hell. Please, put the shopping cart away. If you take nothing more from this, just put the shopping cart away. I implore you. All right, I gotta go. Go to the airport. Love you guys. Have a great week. I'll try to do these, but you never know when I travel, it gets weird. But today's a good one. Just to recalibrate yourself with God, with the man, with the power, with the love, with the mercy, with the grace, with the something that is not from us. We have to be filled by Him so that we can try to fill others. It's so easy. It's so simple. It's so basic. Let's just do it. Bye.